Welcome everyone to February's Board Alliance meeting. Now, in the last 10 years, the luxury retail landscape has undergone significant transformation. I think, a number of things, whether it's technology, shifting consumer preferences, and an ever-evolving market. I think we could probably say the same thing about a lot of industries, but luxury retail is really specific and very unique. I'm Naomi Kent, Managing Director with Felix in the C-Suite Advisory Group. I have invited an expert in luxury retail here today to join us for this month's meeting. But before I get started with the interview, and you will all have a chance to ask questions as well, I would like to say a few words about our business, Felix Global. Now, for a lot of you, you know us, we're passionate about seeing businesses grow and developing great human capital strategies. We offer consulting, recruiting, coaching, onboarding, and outplacement services across businesses at all levels. Now, in the C-Suite Advisory, which is our group, we work primarily with C-Suite executives who are seeking out, whether it's corporate boards, or they might be launching a portfolio career, which is where you're doing multiple things after your post-corporate life, and also anyone transitioning into a new C-suite role. Now, on the topic of living a portfolio career, I would like to introduce today's speaker, Monsieur Stanislas de Quercize. He's actually dialing in from Paris. He's a board director on multiple boards. He's the former CEO of some of the most prestigious brands like Cartier and Montblanc. And he spent his career in luxury retail and is also doing a little bit of work in luxury real estate. And he currently serves as an advisor and investor to many other businesses. So Stanislas, welcome to the Board Alliance meeting. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Welcome, and enjoy the great forthcoming of the springtime, which is the eternal symbol of the renewal, rebound, renaissance. So enjoy the rebound.
Thank you. And we were just talking that I'm in Chicago personally, and the spring is not quite here yet, but apparently in Paris it is. But listen, thank you for joining us, and tell us a little bit of an overview of your professional background and the sort of key milestones that you achieved.
I started at Procter & Gamble, and I loved it because it's American, so it's very positive. And I love, the think big, which was very often asked for, think big. And I worked 9 years at Procter & Gamble, and I ended up being marketing director. And after that, I joined Montblanc as marketing director. And after that, president of Montblanc France, president of Montblanc America, vice president of sales and marketing international at Alfred Dunhill, based in London for the world. I understand that what was the importance of Asia, because Japanese were our number one clients. And at the time, China was 1% of the luxury market. Now it's between 30 and 50%. After that, president of Cartier France, president of Cartier America, president of Van Cleef & Arpels Worldwide, where we multiplied the turnover by 10 in 10 years. So that president of Cartier Worldwide, and president of Richemont. And I'm now in 9 boards. I'm in Messica, the jeweler, Louboutin, the fashion, Barnes International, the real estate, 2 investment funds, Caravelle, and the Web3 luxury art, music, sport, Trail 3. I'm also the board member of the Federation of Circular Fashion that I've created, because fashion is the second pollution of the world. So now we are 250 members splitting and sharing solutions. I'm also board member of the Fondation Rémy Cointreau and Transmission. I'm a board member of the American Friends of the Louvre to develop the Louvre with Americans' energy and funds. And I've also created a prize to help startups and associations that help couples to love each other and forever. I love you more than yesterday, less than tomorrow, because love is very important. And I've created also a prize to reopen the religious places which are closed, which is now 50% of the French situation, 50,000 out of 100,000. So we are reopening them. And I've got also family office. We're investing in startup of digital distribution, 80% of them to start up to save the planet. And I've created the chair of circular economy at l'ESSEC, which is the top French business school. And I've created this federation of circular fashion, and I'm going to create now an association of the circular jewelers, because we need to save the planet. That's a question that all the clients asking you, what are you doing to save the planet? Your employees, what are you doing to save the planet and the humanity? All your shareholders, what are you doing to save the planet and humanity? All the governments, what are you doing to save the planet and the humanity? All the journalists, what are you doing to save the planet and humanity? And all our children.
So it seems like there's been a different motivation for you getting into the industry as to why you're here now. It sounds like there's a lot of, for you, it's a lot about giving back and sustainability today. What was it that motivated you to pursue a career in luxury retail initially?
Because for me, luxury is fabulous. It's sublime. It's fabulous. It's the best thing in the what you're doing, and the how. So the what you're doing is the creativity, the manufacturing, the selling, and the how is the communication, the client experience, the after sales service, and it's fabulous. And I love this industry because we have to improve ourselves all the time. I love Bernard Arnault from LVMH, the president of LVMH, who said we need to increase the desirability of our brand every year. So we need to improve what we're doing and how we're doing it. So that's fabulous. This always permanent research to have an improvement of the client experience. So it's fabulous.
Wonderful. And you obviously the trends you just talked about, sustainability, and everyone around you is obviously, everyone is being pushed to think about sustainability and think about the environment. Is this the most significant trend? And if so, are there any others that you want to talk about as well?
Well, it's true that now we need to move from a society of consumption to society of transmission. We have transmitted, all of us, the virus of the COVID, but we need to transmit now the how to do things, how to live, the solutions, the relationship, and our belongings. We need to transmit. It's very important. And what I found fabulous is we're making progress all the time. All luxury. We all started designer. After that, we moved from designer to manufacturing. We integrated manufacturing. Designer, manufacturing, wholesale. After that, designer, manufacturing, wholesale, retail. I was president of Montblanc in America and in France. When we moved from wholesale to retail, I opened the first boutique on Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré in Paris and Madison Avenue in New York. And we moved from being the king of the pen into watches, eyewear, fragrance, leather. So, but it's very interesting. So designer, manufacturing, wholesale, retail, and after that, e-commerce. I was president of Cartier in America when we moved from retail to e-commerce. Opened the first e-commerce site for Cartier and for Richemont. And after that, designer, manufacturing, wholesale, retail, e-commerce, re-commerce. Re-commerce is a fabulous opportunity. I discovered that when I was president of Cartier in America. I went to see Tourneau, the #1 watch wholesaler, and said, what are your bestseller? And you told me, Rolex, pre-owned, Cartier. And asked 3 times the question, saying, pre-owned? I don't know that as a watch brand. Then the sun is pre-loved. It's pre-loved like the earth, the planet has been pre-loved by thousands of years for 108 billion human, 100 billion in the sky, 8 billion on earth. All the real estate, wherever you live, in an apartment, in a house, whether you have a vineyard, a castle, a forest, whether you have an office, a boutique, it's been pre-loved. Even if all of us, we've been pre-loved by grandparents, parents, brothers, sister, companion, husband, wife, children. So pre-loved is everywhere. And when I was president of Van Cleef & Arpels worldwide, I started to buy the jewelry, to buy back high jewelry and high-end jewelry and selling back. And it's win, 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 win. Win for the seller. Thank you. I've got 1 necklace, two babies. Win for the workshop. look, Noemi, we've got a 1920 bracelet. We need to what we're creating today need to be great in 100 years from now. Win for the buyer, authentified, decarbonated. Win for the brand, because you're building loyalty. Whatever you buy today, you can sell in 6 weeks, 6 months, 60 years. And win, and also you can sell the jewelry of your grandmother, and also you can sell. It's good for the planet. And I've made after that interview with Richard Mille, who is doing that for the watches, and I said, Richard, you're a pioneer for pre-loved watches. Why are you doing that? And he told me, well, because I love the real estate. I've got 2 castles. I love the cars. I've got 12 beautiful cars. I'm so beautiful. I've loaned them to 24 Heures du Mans. And he said, I've started that with Richard Mille, and the seller is happy because he's selling Richard Mille more expensively than when he bought it. The buyer is happy, it's authentified, decarbonated, and it's good for the Richard Mille. And after Richard Mille, now Rolex is doing it with Bucherer. Cartier is doing it with Watchfinder. And after that, I've made an interview with Charlotte Ray. She's an ex-Cartier talent, and she created a startup called Castafiore, with a startup offering to buy and sell vintage, pre-loved, pre-owned jewelry, which is important because if you know Marie Kondo, she's a Japanese writer. She wrote a book about the art of sorting out, and she said, if you want to be happy now, empty your drawer, your cupboard, your basement, your attic, your safe, but you have 80% of the garments in the cupboard, 92% of jewelry and watches in the drawer and safe. So it's fabulous. And I've made also the interview with Émeric Dechain, with the owner of the startup Foam. Is doing Foam received the prize of the BPI Vivatech We Are for the startup, allowing big brands to integrate vintage, pre-owned, pre-loved, and he won the prize with Luxury Inside. I don't know if you know Luxury Inside, Jonathan Sibony, with the leader of data for luxury. And it's vital because if you think of it, look in the car industry, they're doing that forever. Rolls-Royce, Porsche, Ferrari, Tesla, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, they're all telling you what you buy today, I will repair it and I will buy it back. So it's a fabulous because you're building loyalty. And now look at even big groups like Kering said, I'm interested, and they're working with Vestiaire Collectif. Richemont is working with Watchfinder. So it's a fabulous opportunity. I cannot put you in connection with all the people I've mentioned. There's also Fabienne Lupo, who is the ex-president of Watch Wonders and the president of the Federation of High Horlogerie. And she created a company called Reluxury. She's doing events where you can buy pre-loved fashion, jewelry, watches. She did one event with 4,000 clients in 3 days in Geneva last year. She's doing another one in Geneva this year and one in Paris with Barnes, where they're going to rent Le Louvre and do an event where you can buy pre-loved fashion, jewelry, watches, and real estate. So it's a fabulous, fabulous opportunity.
And I know that you talk a lot about going from the ego system to the ecosystem, right? And this is kind of all part of it. Let's talk a little bit about you've mentioned a lot of websites, and you've mentioned a lot of new platforms that people are using to sell some of these, pre-loved, pre-used products. What is, when it comes to technology and innovation, what is the approach in luxury retail? How much of that is rapidly evolving, and is it impacting the luxury sectors in general?
Yes, because Naomi, as I mentioned to you, the objective is to improve the desirability of the brand every year. And for that, you need to improve the what and the how. And the technology is helping you to improve the what, because we had Web 2, and we were e-commerce. Web3, now you could have metaverse, and you could have NFT. NFT is great because it's ensuring that there's no counterfeiting. And metaverse is great because you can also share with all the world an event. Because I've created events, it's Winston Churchill, the branches of the tree cannot go further than the roots. So it's important to talk about your roots when you're a watch brand, or a jewelry and luxury maison. A luxury maison, you need to talk about your roots. So when have you been created? We all said where and when, since. When I was president of Van Cleef & Arpels and Cartier, we created exhibition in museums, which was fabulous because we put jewelry in museums. So we said near Van Gogh, Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci. So we say it's art. And we created the exhibition in Petit Palais, Grand Palais, Forbidden City, Kremlin, British Museum, Metropolitan Museum. But all those exhibitions were beautiful, but ephemeral, 3 to 1 week, and local. Now, when you change that to metaverse, it's going to be universal and eternal. So it's fabulous. It's fabulous. And now we have artificial intelligence, which is another booster to share with people, especially because there's fabulous opportunities. Now, in the luxury in jewelry, about 75% of jewelry is unbranded, which honestly doesn't make sense to buy unbranded jewelry because ethically you don't know how it's been created, when and how it's been created, and you cannot sell it back. You can melt it, but you cannot sell it. So that's why jewelry is the fastest growing element of the luxury market, and there's great potential. But the tech is helping, because now in jewelry, 80% is retail, while in watches is 80% wholesale. So because you have less retail, it's important. E-commerce is great because you can have access to clients who don't want to drive 1,000 kilometers to find jewelry.
Yeah, and are people buying luxury items online without seeing them? Are people doing that?
Yes, they are. If they trust, yes, because if they trust the brand and they say, look, I trust you. If there's a problem, I can sell it back. No, it's great. It's fabulous.
Good.
Because
And then obviously you've been a CEO at multiple companies. You were CEO in the United States. You said you lived here for a while. Describe your approach to strategic planning in the luxury retail sector. Obviously, there's a lot of different factors to take into consideration, but what was your approach?
Well, my approach was to always improve. I lived 6 years in America, 3 years in New Jersey when I was president of Montblanc in America, 3 years in New York when I was president of Cartier. And I loved America. In my next life, I will be American because I've never seen a country which is so welcoming and so positive. You always believe that tomorrow will be better than today, and what you believe is happening. And what is important, vital, is to improve. And for that, it's important to reread what you're doing. So doing that, reread every week, every month, every 3 months, every quarter, every year. And I'm doing that with the COMEX, with all the team members, saying, first, what have been our success, our failure, and what are the suggestions? Because we learn from our success. We also learn from our failure, because Nelson Mandela said, you never lose. You win or you learn. So it's very important that. Second, what is your dreams, your desire, your hopes? It's very important to visualize your desire, your hopes. I'm doing that every year at the president of Van Cleef & Arpels. And after that, he said, let's write what is our dreams. Without constraints. And the year after, we compared the reality with the dreams, and the reality was always higher than the dreams. So I've said, let's dream higher. After that, there's a method to KISS, to develop what we're doing. What do you keep? What do you improve? What do you stop? What do you start? And after the success, failure, suggestions, dreams, hopes, desires, KISS, there's also the VMV. What are your values? What is our mission? And what is our vision? Our vision is important to describe the way you think your company in 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So it's very important to visualize. And when you visualize, it's easier to and also what is important is with the principle to over deliver. Whatever we say, we over deliver. We want to over deliver to the clients with surprises. For example, I've made surprises in every client I've experienced. There was a firework, you didn't tell us. Oh, there's a star. It's a surprise. There's a champagne, a star, a thing, a magician. Yes, always surprise, over deliver. Same thing with the shareholders. When you say I'm going to deliver 100, you deliver 110. Always deliver higher than what you said. Same with the employees. So always over deliver. And the idea is also win, 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 win. Whatever we do, we want that it's a win for the clients. It's a win for the employees. It's a win for the shareholders. It's a win for the supplier. It's a win for the distributor. It's a win for the planet and the humanity.
Now, there's wins, but obviously there are economic downturns and market challenges. And I know throughout your leadership of some of these big brands, you've weathered and navigated a lot of economic downturns, market challenges. What would you say? How does it impact luxury retail, and how have you been resilient in the past?
Well, there's highs and lows everywhere. You know, you have day, night, winter, spring, summer, winter, fall. You have peace, war. You have health problems. You have dreams, nightmare. You have birth, death. So yes, there's always highs and lows. So even if Naomi, how many times we all fell in the floor before knowing to walk? 1,200 times. So yes, crisis and falling down is part of the world, and you have day and night all the time. But what is important is the rebound, because when you fall 1,700 times in front of your mother, you didn't say, I don't want to stand up. No, because there's a rebound. You always learn. So it's important. And in luxury, it's vital, because we know that we have economic crisis every 10 years, health crisis every 100 years, but every time there's a big crisis, there's a rebound. And I've seen that many times. When I was president of Van Cleef & Arpels, where there was a tsunami in Japan, after the tsunami, we saw an increase of jewelry by 40%. And we asked questions to Japanese, what's happening? They said, look, we realize that we are mortal, but we are alive, and I want to express my love and friendship to somebody I love or to myself. And when I was president of Van Cleef & Arpels, so we created events every year to create more emotions, because it's very important to create more desire. So I've said, look, no, the clients can buy high-end jewelry in boutiques, but let's make something else. We say, now we are going to invite you, we are going to create an emotion, because we're going to invite you for the preview of the new high jewelry collection. First emotion. Second emotion, we are going to invite you with 80 other clients, so that you could meet other friends, because you don't know all of them, but they all love high-end jewelry. Second emotion. Third emotion, we're going to invite you in locations you don't know. First time we did it for the first 100 years of the company. We did it in Paris with a ball, with a boat on the Seine River, and with an exhibition in an art gallery. And after that, we did also an event in Buckingham Palace. I can tell you that when you say to clients, we're going to do an event in March, they say, I'm very busy, but it's Buckingham Palace. Oh, I'm coming. Because we were offering them the first class ticket, the best hotels, specific Rolls-Royce for each of them, bringing them from the hotel to the Buckingham Palace, where Prince Charles, Camilla were here, and we had fabulous balls. and we are eating in the gold plates of the Queen. And after that, they could buy the jewelry, and obviously it's a fabulous emotions, because when they will wear the jewelry, they will say to their friends, "Look, I bought it at Buckingham Palace." And when we did an event in 2008, we did an event in Paris in a castle with the fireworks, with Alain Ducasse, the best chef for the dinner. And but it was a fabulous Sunday. We sold everything. But on Monday, it was the drop of Lehman Brothers, and the stock market crashed by 30%. And we say, oh, what's going to happen? Because when we say we sold everything, we shook hand. It was shaking hand. But you don't wire money on Sunday. So, and we say, what's going to be the cancellation in 6 months? 10, 20, 30, 50%. After 6 months, cancellation, 0%. And all the clients told us, look, I know there may be a problem with the banks and the stock market is minus 30%, but I know the diamonds, emerald, sapphire, ruby, and the necklace and the earrings and the bag, the ring it's not going to drop by 30%. So, and I love my girlfriend or my wife, so it's positive. What is very important is the rebound. So, and you've seen recently the stock market of LVMH and Richemont and Hermes is growing. So there's always rebound, but we need, Naomi, to always improve. What I love is, I don't know if you know the B Corp, with a new system in France, in the world also, to give you a label if you have a positive impact on the environment. What I love in this B Corp is they said, I gave you a B Corp last year. If you want for me to give it this year, you have to improve your impact on the environment. So it's fabulous, because whatever we do, we need to improve the desirability every year.
Excellent, wonderful. Now I'm going to ask one more question, then go dive into some of the questions in the chat. We talked about this a little while ago. I think France currently has 44% of the board. The non-executive board is made up of women, and I think it's one of the highest. I think the United States stands at around 20, 25, and the UK is around 30, I think. Tell us what France did differently, what has changed, and how did that transformation kind of happen?
Well, it's always trying to improve. The idea is always to improve. In the French values, you have the word fraternity. So the idea is to have a good team spirit, and for that, we realize that the world is circular. It took thousands of years to understand that. We understand the economy is circular, and we understand now the women and men, we are equal, and it's very important to have equality in the management and to make progress every year, to have more women sharing the power and to have the same remunerations. And I was very happy to do that, because people say, oh, it's getting better. Yeah, that's what we want everybody to say. Whatever you do and the way you're doing it, and the company, it's getting better. It's better parity. That's great. And better coaching. I was coaching a lot of the team member to be sure that they're improving. And instead of doing evaluation every year, I said no, evaluation every 6 months, and evaluation on the what you're doing and how you're doing it. So and also evaluation on 360 degrees. I'm going to evaluate you now, me, but you're going to evaluate me also. And also what I was discussing earlier about how to make progress, very important, is to share between all the nations. What is fabulous about luxury is international. We all started locally, and after that we grew by getting international. And we were doing every year international meetings and sharing to people, please share your success, your failure, your findings, your solutions, because we are good to learn from each other. We are one brand, although we have different talent, junior, senior, men, women, European, African, American, Asian, but we need to share and make progress, all of us.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to jump into some of the questions here. So someone has asked about counterfeit products on the global market. So, fake luxury goods. What is the industry doing to combat that? Is that something they're focused on?
Yeah, it's a major problem because it's said that now 30% of luxury market is counterfeited. So yes, it's very important to correct that. So first, you have NFT, which is offering you the authentication. Second, you have the power of the startup that help you on the second-hand vintage, pre-owned, pre-loved, like I was mentioning, Castafiore, 58 Facets, Reluxury, Home. They're ensuring that it's authenticated. So it's very important. Another opportunity is also because one of the challenge now is the counterfeiting. The other one is theft. And 30% of the luxury is stolen. But now you've got a new startup called Grace, which has been created by Ludana. And this startup is helping the luxury brand to say, what I'm selling to you is insured. So if it's somebody is stealing it to you, you will get you get a new one. So that's also positive. The two things are making progress because now we can eliminate the counterfeiting and we can eliminate and fight the stolen.
Fantastic, thank you. And people are asking, and I think this comes up a lot, you've got the e-commerce experience, which is very high end and everything, but it's e-commerce, right? You're still sitting in your home or you're on your phone. And then you have the experience in the actual store. What is the difference? Are those becoming much more distinct now? And why is one better than the other?
Well, it's good, Naomi, to offer the choice. You have the choice. You can either go in a boutique. It's great because you got loyalty, and it's fabulous. You can have, and also in boutiques you can make progress. I don't know if you know Felix. He has created a startup called Octave. He's making the training of the retail staff or the major luxury brands in the world, and he's even doing a school for Ferrari. So that's great. So yes, retail is fabulous. E-commerce is fabulous because it's helping you to buy during the night, and even when the boutique is closed, or during holidays, or even when you're traveling. So it's great. And also what I was mentioning, events. I don't know if you know Mercadet. Mercadet is the leader in France of doing fabulous events. François Mercadet, I was doing the event with him with Van Cleef & Arpels. It's fabulous. So it's good to have the three, or even sometimes four. You have retail, wholesale, e-commerce, events. So 3 to 4 choices, and it's fabulous because then it's fabulous. You can recruit new clients and build loyalty with them.
And then what about building loyalty with some of the younger generations, the younger audiences who may not be familiar with some of these brands or may not be able to afford these brands? But how is the industry sort of treating this younger audience in this case?
Well, it's fabulous, Naomi, because what I love in this luxury industry is you always have to earn new clients. And new clients is new geographies I was mentioning. We all moved to new geographies, but also new generation. Because, remember, Vuitton was created 200 years ago. Vacheron Constantin, 300 years ago. Cartier and Van Cleef & Arpels, more than 100 years ago. So it's been long term. So we have new generation. But it's vital to build loyalty. I will always remember when we're doing another event at Van Cleef & Arpels in the top of the Eiffel Tower with Alain Ducasse, with the VIP clients to show them a new high jewelry collection. At the end of the dinner, a young 25 years old American stood up and said, I would like to raise my glass of champagne to Van Cleef & Arpels. I'm the 3rd generation buyer. And I've said to the whole team, that's our dream, to have a generation and to say, look, if we have been created 100 years ago, it's for you, but it's also for the next generation, for everybody. So be loyal, and if you have the jewelry of your mother, grandmother, grandmother, you can sell it back and buy 2024 or 2025 new jewelry. So it's fabulous.
And then you talked about crime before. There's obviously crime in the store, and then there's cyber and other sort of cyber crime that's happening. What role does the board of directors or even the executives, what are they thinking about when it comes to cybersecurity, data privacy, and other crime that takes place online?
Well, it needs to be safe. As I was mentioning, whatever we do, it needs to be win for the clients, win for the employees, win for the shareholders, win for the provider, win for the distributor, win for the planet. So we need to be sure that it's safe, and it's great because what is fabulous is you can always improve. I love America because when in America, we say new year, new you, but it's not only it's new year, new you, but also new brand, new improvement, new desire, and we need to improve every year. And also it's great, you need to have measures of the client's perspective. So we were testing what was the appreciation of the clients, of the employees, of the shareholders, of everything. So to say, look, we need to make an improvement.
And then talk to us a little bit about transformation, because a lot of brands have gone through a transformation. Some of them have remained traditional in the sense of what they do and what they provide. But how would you continuously assess your brand to make sure that it is staying active, staying popular, and staying true to the brand as well?
Well, it's vital. That's what we're doing tests every year. We are testing at the boutique with mystery visits. We were making questions with the clients saying, well, how do you assess the brand compared to the other ones? And with the employees, and we want to be sure that it's getting better year after year, that it's really improving. What is vital now is that we need to answer the question is, what is the impact on the environment? So the circular economy is great. We have a new European law called CSDR, Company Sustainability Reading Drive, and it's going to be an obligations in 2025 that you're not only going to declare in 2024 what you've done financially, but you're going to also to declare what you've done on the impact on the environment, about carbon, about water, about what you're throwing away. So it's very important to improve your impact on the environment. There's a great, fabulous startup called Circular. It's a fabulous startup with 150 solutions. They're working on 80% of the brands of the CAC 40, and they're bringing solutions to improve the impact on the environment, and it's vital.
Now, we're in the business of human capital and hiring great talent. When you think about building businesses in this space, how do you find great talent, and what do you look for?
Well, it's very important to have great talent, and because if you want to improve, so the great talents, you need to train them. That's why we created school. We created a school at Van Cleef & Arpels. We are also board member of the high jewelry school, which is international school based in Paris, and now they're growing, and they're based not only in Paris but also in Lyon, Aix-en-Provence, and Le Puy-en-Velay. So, and now what is very important is to have training. I was mentioning this startup called Octa with Frédéric Schreve. That way I love to use him because you are improving the clients. Because when he said he has created a in-house school for Ferrari, L'Oréal, Nespresso. So it's great. And now I know a startup in France who is going to propose to all the brands to create a school in their brands to improve forever, all the talents of the school. And I'm also working with Sub de Luxe, which is a great luxury school, which has been created by Cartier. And the idea is always to improve more than yesterday, less than tomorrow. So this is really what we're looking for. What we're doing is more than yesterday, this, but less than tomorrow, because we're going to improve forever.
Now, I know we're going to be coming up on time in just a moment here, and I know it's getting late over there in Paris, so we do appreciate you hanging in there. But just to sort of finish off, what advice would you give to emerging leaders in the luxury retail industry? Something that maybe you've learned along the way that you would like to share?
Well, the objective is to look at what are your values, your mission, your vision, but also the objective is to paradise the world, to make the world a better place. The jewelry, what is fabulous about luxury is one way to express your love and friendship. And as you know, we are, it's growing because we want to always express love and friendship, but it's vital to paradise. So you need to improve forever. And I was mentioning improve for the clients, improve the employees, improve for the shareholders, improve for the supplier, the distributors, improve for the planet. Always improve and make it better and more fun, more pleasure, and it's fabulous. And also, it's good also to work together. I was board member of the Comité Colbert, which is the association of the luxury maison in France. We have 92 brands and luxury maison being part of the Comité Colbert. I was board member during 10 years. And it's great because we are sharing solutions, saying it's not competition, it's co-conquest. We are co-conquesting the world, and it's great. It's great to share solutions.
Well, wonderful. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us here. Appreciate your insights and all the advice that you've given us. I've also made some notes about companies and all kinds of up and coming organizations that are obviously helping to, evolve, right, the luxury retail market. So thank you so much for joining us here this evening, Stanislas. It's been wonderful.
And there's also another great company called Revalorem. I don't know if you know them. It's a great startup because now you cannot burn the unsold items, but here they dismantle it manually and giving you back 80% of the raw material. It's fabulous success. They're working with the majority of the luxury maison in France. And it's so successful that the luxury maison said, oh, but you got also not only stock in France, we got stock in America. And now they've created their organization also in America to ensure that the unsold item will not be destroyed, but they will be dismantled and they can be used. So it's great. It's fabulous because we never had so much tech. We never had so much entrepreneurial spirit. But for the first time, David and Goliath working together. So David, the startup, and Goliath, the big brand. It's been the case with COVID. Sanofi said, I didn't find the vaccine. Moderna said, I found it. They work together. And for the pre-loved in France, second-hand, Kering is working with Vestiaire Collective, Cartier, Richemont with Watchfinder. So I think it's fabulous that David and Goliath are working together. And I was mentioning several startups, Naomi, and I can put you in contact with all of them, the member of your team, because it's good to work together and to improve the world to make it a great success.
Yeah, we would love that. Well, thank you so much. And everybody, thank you very much for joining us and for bringing in your questions as well for this wonderful discussion. Thank you. Have a great evening, Stanislas. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
Enjoy the spring and enjoy the rebound, the renewal, the renaissance. Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you.